I'm gonna hop on.
What's up, guys? Jay Daniel here. Welcome to Remote Closer to Millionaire, episode 12.
Hey, bonjour, mes amis.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
I'm learning, sir. But you know what? Honestly, I learned.
This is no. In all seriousness,
I
this
want
is
to
Remote
go. We're going
Closer
here
to Millionaire,
because I
episode
heard
12.
More high-class women.
I made a commitment. We're
Right?
this is happening. It's happening. It's
you know, it's not my type.
There is no reality that exists
Fashion.
where I'm not a millionaire and the people around me aren't millionaires. This is my guy crazy. Chris.
Hey,
this guy is a CEO. I've like real talk, like being as sincere as I possibly can be. I've had all the opportunity in the world. I've been settling for a long time. And I still aspire to be a CEO, but I think being around that and helping grow one is going to be the best path there. And I think seeing this guy making $100 million is going to be the path for the boys.
For the boys.
Right now. To come up. Because I know this guy's got a good heart. This guy's looking to level people up. At the end of the day, the way that you achieve wealth without going to hell is going to be to help others. It's going to be a spiritual, wholesome, and focused person. It's going to be a problem finder and a problem solver.
not a product pusher.
Not a product pusher.
Minor.
Jeremy Minor.
Yeah.
But no, we all just we sat down for hours, and so we were doing the nightlife thing. I'm not the biggest on the nightlife, but you know, once you get going, you figure you make it happen.
I mean, once you're with the boys that actually make it.
Once you're with the boys, like it opens up a lot of windows. It makes you really think, and I think once you have a strong vision, nothing matters. How people perceive you, like none of it matters, bro. Like, I'm ready to commit my entire life to not just becoming this person, but to making sure this motherfucker becomes the person.
I hope so.
To make sure this motherfucker becomes the person. Because I know neither of them are living to their capacity. And they know that I'm not living to my capacity. What do you think, Chris? Are you living to your capacity?
Definitely.
Fuck no, you're being a bitch. Do you think you're living to your capacity?
Definitely not, but I think
Fuck
at the
no.
end of the day too, it's about that's why strength of the brotherhood's so important, because you guys can pick up on things in my life or habits in my life that might not be benefiting me to my fullest potential, whereas me, I might overlook those certain situations. That's why I think when you got 3 top G's in the back seat, it's just like, fuck, boys, we look good.
We look good.
We feel good, and we're about to do good.
If there's one thing I've heard from every successful person I've ever interacted with, and I define success as somebody who is financially in the best possible, somebody who's living up to their potential, right? If there's something I've heard from everybody that's living up to their potential, it's consistently going to be the same thing. Raise your
Frequency, vibration.
right, Chris? Raise your
Standards.
Raise your frequency and vibration to align with the people that you want to be. Raise your fucking standards. Never let yourself act in a level that's lower than that person. And if you do, pick it the fuck up. It's very hard to catch yourself and pick it the fuck up. This is why this group is here. If we can hold each other consistent, if we can hold each other accountable, if we can do all the things that align with what we're fucking talking about, all those influencers that we watch online, we can be those guys.
Literally, we are becoming those guys. You see videos of those old influencers online
We are
talking like this. This is literally us in the future, because we're already living in that reality. Literally, internally,
fuck the future.
We're all at that state. It's literally the outer world needs to catch up right now. But essentially, my vibration is fucking high right now. I'll tell you that. I know you guys is too.
A very good declaration / affirmation that I learned from the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is you touch your heart. My inner world creates my outer world. The second one is you touch your head, I have a millionaire mind. It sounds corny, but I promise you, when you're watching this shit back and we're in a fucking penthouse and you're fucking homeless, you're working at McDonald's,
Yo, honestly,
you're gonna look like the biggest bitch in the world for talking shit about it. So let me talk to you.
And let me say something too. I will say this right now. I'm going on a preface. Anybody that says affirmations, visualizations, gratitude, all that shit's bullshit, keep saying that while you're at home in your fucking mom's basement.
Jerking
I will tell
off
you right now,
Solana roads.
regardless of if it
bro.
works or not, I have been doing that consistently for the past couple months, and I'm now at a point where I am living out the life I used to dream about. And now I have bigger dreams and I've set bigger goals. But at the end of the day, that stuff works. You got to program your mind.
You got to program your mind
yourself to a successful person, and everything else will fall into place. But if you don't think you deserve it, if you don't think you're in the position to be successful, or you don't think you have the skill sets or habits in line to become that person, you're never going to become that person. That's just how it goes.
And you got to stay hungry. All three of us made $12,000 to $14,000 in the last 30 days. Who the fuck cares? Yeah. There's another level that's to be achieved. There's people that are no better than us that are doing it. We're fucking doing it.
And guess what? No matter what you guys are making as a monthly income, whatever brought you to 5K, whatever brought you to 10K, whatever brought
Shout
you
out to the Uber driver.
To 20K, that's not going to bring you to the next level. So you have to constantly be looking for ways to increase your skill set, to upgrade your lifestyle, to keep doing better, and keep striving for more.
There's a really good book. The name isn't arriving to me. It's called The Slight Edge. And one principle that it teaches in the first chapter is the principle of compound interest in your life. If you improve 1% every single day for a year, you will not be recognizable. Your progress is limited to your consistency and your vision. Our vision's big individually. I don't think any of us could sustain the amount of action needed to make it happen. I think the three of us, we could make $100 million happen. I think Chris is a $100 million guy.
He is.
But he doesn't have $100 million standards. So me and fucking Jordan are going to hold this man accountable to having $100 million standards.
Right, I'm telling you, from the moment I met Chris, he said, yeah, I used to work for Iman Gadzhi. And you know what I say to that? Honestly, Iman Gadzhi kind of reminds me of Chris. Look at those glasses. Look at that mustache.
Maybe I was the one to inspire Iman.
I don't know. Iman, honestly, respect if you're ever watching this one day. But I think, honestly, Chris is doing it. He's doing it the right things for this growth operator thing. I think in that realm and in that niche, bro, you've surpassed him by a lot. That's why you were working for him in the first place. So.
Bro, here's the thing, right? And I'm serious. Me and Jordan both are willing to dedicate everything to helping you become that person.
I appreciate that.
I think we're dedicating. I think this is the situation where we dedicate everything to each other. This might be like the little trio formation.
Yeah, I don't want this to be about me, guys.
I think it's a.
Bro, you're the CEO. We're playing chess.
I know.
You're the king.
No, Chris is definitely. He has the parts to
bro,
the moving puzzle.
The fact that you even came to the conclusion to have leverage and structure all these things and build these things out. Bro, I have the same network, right? All these guys you're talking about that you're partnering with, I've met them. I know them. I've sold with them, right? Like, those are my boys. I didn't come to the conclusion to do what you're doing. You're brokering deals, you're structuring things, you're taking a step out. And you mentioned that your self-worth isn't where it needs to be. We're going to get it where it needs to be, bro. And when it gets to where it needs to be, your standards are increased. $100 million guy. I'm not even kidding, bro. This is 1,000th of a percentage of what you're capable of.
Yes.
And so you should be grateful that you're not 16 years old in some weird fucking closet in the corner of the room like you were when I met you. But you should be so unsatisfied with who you are and knowing what you're capable of, bro.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not only the skill set, but this is also the power of self-belief. And you thinking, hey, I can actually do this, and pay dividends.
Chris.
Look at where you're at now. And I want to say biggest respect, because me coming to Montreal as a closer, making good money, but I'm working 8-10 hour days. And I see Chris. And he's, don't get me wrong, very, very knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about, but it's the power of leverage. That's really what I learned on this trip to Montreal, is the power of leverage, and is the power of having some kind of skill set or some kind of information you can provide to people, and then making those other people put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Make them like dependent on you.
Exactly. And that's what I really admire about you, Chris, and that's helped me expand my mind. I was even journaling about it this morning when I woke up. I was like, yo, first of all, we're exactly where we need to be, and something truly amazing is going to happen this weekend. Okay, that was the first thing
100%.
I journaled. Second thing is, the power of leverage.
100%.
And the power of your network, to be honest, because me being this weekend was the first time I've ever been around other high ticket closers or people that are doing big things in the space, and I feel like I've overcome so many roadblocks or so many self-limiting beliefs. Like I'll give you guys an example. Let's say I talked to Chris, right? Chris heard a couple of my calls. JD, you've obviously heard some calls. Chris said, hey, these are some frameworks you need to implement. This is what I'd recommend doing. Boom, I hear that. I go implement it. I can't necessarily say I got the close cycle to speed up that quick, but I'm telling you, after I implemented these things into the sales call, it's helped the process a lot.
Company records.
Yes.
Immediately. Chris doesn't understand what he's capable of, what he can do for others. The vision is to bring great people to great people, to get the people that aren't fucking lazy, to actually change the industry.
Close your door.
Tell us more, Chris. Tell us more.
Sorry.
What's the vision?
Connect good people with good people. There's a lack of leadership in the industry of like, you know, selling information online, coaches and consultants, and ultimately, from my experience of working with some of these top companies, I realized that every single person lacks guidance and they lack an overall vision. And I feel like for this industry to really start challenging learning institutions like, you know, colleges and universities, we really need that leadership to come in and really drive a bigger vision, bigger than themselves. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of people in the industry that are doing that. And I want to be the first person to do that, and I want to do it well. I want to make sure that everyone that I work with, on terms of the client side, but also like my team, is treated properly. They're happy. They see there's a development path. Because if you don't do that as a leader, you've disappointed. And I feel like a lot of the times it's really easy to do. And I'm not going to sit here and claim that I'm perfect. But one thing I do care about more than anything is making sure that my people are happy. And I feel like as long as you focus on that, making sure your people are happy, then the rest of it will be a byproduct of that. So that's what I have to say.
It's God's work at that point.
God's plan, Drake.
Yeah, it's God's plan. He comes
Drake,
in,
gang,
he fills
gang.
the pieces of the puzzle. As long as you're doing a good deed, you're helping people.
This is our spot. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to Road to a Millionaire. Hope you have a good day and stay out of trouble, okay?
Peace, guys.
Great pleasure.